So a lot of news reports have been focusing on the particular domain name string, have been focusing on trademark issues, have been focusing on the cost for trademark owners, for example. I think what doesn't necessarily get the focus that it should be getting is how new innovative applications can be added to the domain name system that are really more than the string. You know, having a catchy string is nice and it's catchy, but unless you put applications on it, over it, really you're not going to convince anyone to switch from their existing domain name over to that new space. You may get investors or speculators or domainers interested in the space, but in the long term, you're really not going to get the utilization if all you have is a string. I think the other thing that really that hasn't been focused on is that when you get a new gTLD, you're in it for the long haul. You're not in it to just get the string and turn it over. Really, you got to make sure that once you have people registering domain names, that you're going to have a secure, reliable domain name space that lasts for forever. When you go in, you have to assume this is going to last forever. Because once you get users relying on your domain name space, using it for email, using it for websites, using it for social media, however they're going to use it, and the new applications that most people haven't even thought of yet, it's going to be used for a long time to come. So you need to choose a back-end provider that is going to be able to provide you with that stability and security and reliability that you need. You're going to have to make sure that that back-end provider has the experience, has done it before. You don't want to choose someone who's new, who's just entering the namespace, that has no experience. Because if you do, and they fail, you're going to have a lot of disappointed end users. You're going to throw instability into the domain name space, and frankly, you're not going to be giving the service to your users who are going to leave. Something I've heard a lot, actually, from trademark owners is there's no benefit to new gTLDs other than giving money to registries and registrars. Really, they don't see any utilization. I believe that is really missing the big picture. If someone is truly only applying for a gTLD to get trademark owners to get defensive registrations in your namespace, you're not going to last very long. You're not going to get the money that you think you're going to get to support your business model. You really need to be thinking about the long term. You need to think about, what applications can I use? How can I market my domain name space? How can I make sure that registrars carry my domain name? These are the kinds of things that aren't talked about much. Issues like vertical integration. When we talk about vertical integration, we're talking about registries and combining with registrars, being able to provide both the actual service and providing the channel for sales. And so, things that need to be thought about are, how do I make sure that when I have this new space, even if I have the best applications in the world, or I have the best name in the world, how do I make sure that the public sees that name? And right now, the way the domain name market is, that users or registrants are only made available or made aware of new gTLDs through their registrars or through resellers. So you need to go in thinking, how do I make sure that registrars carry my name? How do I make sure that they carry it towards the top? How do I make sure that the public is made aware? Because again, you could have the best applications, the best name in the world, but if nobody sees it, what good is it going to be?